Hey there. So I was recently asked what the 3 ingredients are for the best website, especially for a do-it-yourself entrepreneur. And today I am going to give you those answers. But before I do that, please make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and wherever you are watching this video, make sure to follow us anywhere in the world. On Instagram at Robles Designs Studio. We are everywhere. We're even on TikTok if you want to see my awkwardness there. So let's jump into the 3 ingredients that you need to really get an amazing website as a do-it-yourself entrepreneur. So the number one thing you need to keep in mind when creating a website, and this is for designers and entrepreneurs and whoever's creating the website, is consistency. So you want to make sure that if you have a set of brand colors, that those are the brand colors that you are going to be using on your website. You do not want to deviate from those too much. So for example, if you have a lot of neutral tones and then all of a sudden you start adding on one page some bright colors, your audience might get a little confused as to what is going on. So just make sure to stay consistent with your colors. Fonts is also another one that people tend to lose consistency with. They will find a font that they really love, they will use it on their brand, and then all of a sudden they'll find another one and they will use it on a different page of their website. And so it ends up becoming this hodgepodge of just almost like you threw everything at your website and it's not consistent. It doesn't show that you are a professional. And honestly, I can always pick out the websites that are DIY'd when people don't maintain a consistent consistency on their site. The second thing that people really forget about, and it's a really important ingredient when creating your website, is having a call to action. So I don't know how many times I have run across websites that are created by do-it-yourselfers and they have no real call to action, no strategy behind it. And really your main call to action should be whatever it is that's going to make you money, whether right now in your marketing scheme, in your marketing plan, you have, you want to collect emails for your email list, right? So if that's the number one goal for this quarter, you should really go and look at your website and change, if it needs it, change the call to action to that particular link, right? You want to make sure that all the buttons, everything that's on your site is consistent, and that they are all linking to the right place. You don't want to, if you say, I'm really pushing for getting people to sign up for my coaching program, and then on your site, nothing at all mentions the coaching program. It's just on the coaching page, but how do you expect people to make that connection? So your main call to action should be on your site, and that is basically what is your number one thing right now that you want people to do when they get on your site. And if you have no plan right now, you just have a website that you're building out, totally understand, then make sure that it's going to some place where people can contact you or see more about your services or see your number one product. That way you can at least start them on that user journey. And speaking of user journey, you want to make sure that you're keeping that top of mind. So consistency is great on your site. It's great to have a call to action, but you got to think about exactly what's going to happen when the person comes to my site. What do I want them to do? How do I want them to feel? What do I want them to act on? And so if you have no plan for them, they will get confused and they will potentially leave, and hopefully they don't leave with like a bad taste in their mouth about your website, that it was confusing or they had no idea how to use it, all that stuff. So you want to keep in mind the user flow. And this can be as simple as the user gets to my site, possibly from social media. They get to my site, and the first thing I want them to do is look at my number one product. So I will have on the top area of the site, I will have information about that product, and then I will lead them to that product, and then hopefully they will add it to their checkout. Or it could be a service-based business. So instead of, they come to my site and then they're going to go directly to find out more about my services. So as long as you keep the user in mind and you really, really hone in on their journey, then it's going to make everything so much better. So the three things were consistency with your brand, having a call to action, and making sure that you keep the user in mind with everything that you do on your website, because in the end of the day, we want our websites to make us money. If you have any questions about websites, make sure to check us out, Robles Design Studios, where we create drill-worthy websites for entrepreneurs hell-bent on taking over the world. We do this not just by creating pretty sites, but we make really cute sites. But we really make sure that it embodies your brand exactly, and that it also helps you make money, because nobody's going to make money if they have a fugly site, right? So ultimately you want to make money off of your site. Yeah, check us out on Instagram at Robles Design Studio, and I will catch you in the next video.